Hello, it is Jen at Reclaimed. Hello, Nikki, welcome. So today I am going to show you how to create depth and dimension and patina with chalk paint. Hello! So we'll just go ahead and get started. So this is just it's just a fiberglass urn. Some of you have some terracotta pots. Some of you might have, you know, more stuff like this. Say hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Outside that's looking pretty ragged, and pots cost a fortune. So if you can just recreate them, and you can use any color you want. This, I'm just going to go with a traditional kind of patinaed look. But you can just change them up and make them look however you want and save a fortune. That's the name of the game. So I'm going to turn this. So this is what we're starting with. And don't go too far. There we go. So I did just a quick coat of graphite chalk paint. Nikki says hi. And so that's just going to be my base coat. You can do any color base you want. It just depends on the look you're going for. There we go. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm using a few colors. I'm using cocoa. Ooh. I'm using, turn it the right way, Jen, duck egg blue. And old ochre. And then I have a surprise at the end. So I tried something new with my chalk paint today. Hint, hint, but you have to wait for it. To create that patina that looks like water's been running down over your surface for, you know, a couple hundred years or whatever. And it worked really good. I'm really excited about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my oval Annie Sloan paintbrush, and I'm just going to get the tiniest bit on the tip of the brush. I'm going to tilt you down for just a minute so you can see what I'm doing on my mix mat here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to offload that paint. The whole point of dry brushing is painting on with the pigment and not the paint itself. So I'm just going to offload that. So this is what you get. And then I'm just going to start dry brushing that over. And you can see pretty quickly it brings up a bunch of that depth. So we'll get a bunch more on there. Now, if you brush one direction, you're going to see brush strokes, and that's okay. Because what you want to do after you get, because you want to kind of go against the detail. So if I started out going this way, I would get paint down in these recesses, and that's not what I want. I want to keep those dark. But after I apply it, I do want to very lightly go the opposite direction a little bit, and what that does is you just lose those brush strokes. It looks really awesome. So we'll get a little bit more paint on the brush and come up here and brush across these. It almost makes this whole thing come to life. I mean, aside from what you see here, there's a whole bunch of detail. So then I'm gonna brush straight down and just lose those little brush strokes. Okay, and then we'll tilt you up for this part. I probably still have enough on my mix mat that I can just pick up that pigment. And as you dry brush across, again, just depositing pigment on the high spots. Now, it sounds like I'm pushing hard, but I'm really not. I'm kind of just lightly dusting. I feel like everything I do here, I do pretty gently. But just getting the second color on. Now on a flat area, I'm actually going to start, okay, so I'm just going to start on the side of the brush and just very lightly bring that in from the center and pick up on those details. The way they cast this urn, it does look like stone. Can you see how that's kind of bringing that out? But it's just super important not to get too much paint on your brush, or you will end up overdoing it. If you do overdo it, it's really not that big a deal though, because you can come back over with some more graphite. And we are going to be layering color. So maybe our next color will pick up on that a little better. But just every which way. So you can already see one heck of a difference. Does anybody have any questions?
How are you?
Okay, so that is what the first coat looks like. I'm pretty happy with that. So the next color that I used is Duck Egg Blue, which is a soft green blue. You know, it would have been really pretty, and I should have thought of it earlier, but Versailles would have been awesome. So this side over here is the finished side. I'm just doing a Facebook Live. Don't worry, it's okay. I won't tell anybody who you are.
She'll make you famous.
She'll make you famous.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
with you. I'm on this side.
So again, tilt you down a little bit, and I'm just offloading that paint onto my mix mat. You can use a paper towel. That might absorb a lot of the water out though. Move that out of the way. So very lightly. Actually, you know what?
For green?
Hello. I'll let that dry a little bit. We'll go to this side. So I had this side all ready to go. Okay. Give me just 1 second. So again, both directions. The first time go kind of against the grain of the pattern and then come in lightly. What was her question?
She wants it a little bit lighter.
Oh, add a little white. So you're looking to lighten the color? What color are you trying to lighten?
Like this color green. I like this green.
Okay, so that's actually a blue. That's called Svenska blue, and it's a little bit lighter than this. You want to lighten the color with that?
No, I really like green.
Okay.
I thought that's all you have.
Yeah, this is Duck Egg Blue, and Svenska's a bit more blue. So if you look in the kitchen cabinet doors right over here, you'll see Svenska and Duck Egg are right next to each other, and Duck Egg Blue has a hint more green to it. Okay. All right, so we'll lift you back up here so that you can see that. And again, just glance over. Make sure I'm getting all the way. And that's going to add a pop of color for us. It happens really, really fast. Like you could probably knock a project like this out within an hour. I mean, the paint dries really fast, and especially when you're dry brushing the paint, it dries super quick. So we'll go across this way. And then I go this direction as well just to soften that so you don't see any hard brush strokes. Hope I'm not covering the screen when I'm reaching over. Ooh, that's pretty on the screen. Okay. So I'll bring it in the flat areas. Uh-oh, put too much paint on my brush. That's all right. Just be super soft. See how it brings out those details? I love this part. It's just really easy. And then go the opposite direction just to soften up any brush strokes. And you can really dry brush for quite a long time on one brush of paint. Get the inside here. But you really have no idea just how these details are when it's just painted all black like it was. Okay. So that is our Duck Egg Blue portions. I'll turn it one more time. So this is the dry duck egg blue. Okay, now the final coat, and this is mostly just for highlight. I should have opened all my cans, but hey, I have my magic Annie Sloan paint key. We should get you one of these. They're awesome. Okay, so I decided on old ochre for the highlight. I didn't want anything too bright. So one more time here, I'll just show you about how much paint I'm putting on here at once. It's just the smallest amount of paint. And then when you come down here and offload that, it takes the wet of the paint off but leaves the pigment on the bristles. Oh wait, did I try? Yeah. So you can just add a hint of highlight. It's hard to tell if that's translating. It's not very pronounced. There we go. I'm always most afraid of going overboard with the highlight because I don't want to turn it white, and I don't want to get rid of my blue and my cocoa. I want to be able to see all of it. Oh, just like that. That was a bit too much, but that's okay. Happy accidents, right? Thanks, Bob. Happy trees and happy accidents. Okay. So then when we come across here, again, going very softly. And getting up on those bulbs because they stick out the most, so you want to get those highlighted up well. And we'll move you here. Okay. And then over the acanthus leaf. And the same thing, just to soften those brush strokes. Go ahead and very lightly drag that paint the opposite direction, and it really makes that pop out. Can you see how, I mean, it looks like stone kind of, doesn't it? Okay. So we'll add some high spots here and just lightly here and there. Just add a little bit more light in these spots. Okay. So what do you think so far? Does anybody have, Deb, hey, welcome to my video. Deb is my mom. She's out in Ohio, watching from Ohio. That is awesome. Hi, Mom. I love it. All right, so now that part is done, I think I'm gonna hit it with the blow dryer. So this is gonna be really noisy. Hang on. Just really quick to dry that.
Technically, we're home on the first month.
Okay, so this is the magic. This is where the magic is for the patina. I just decided to try this today. I thought, I want it to look like it's been dripped on. So what I did is I put, this is just a spray bottle with water, but I put a little bit of Florence and a little bit of Provence, probably equal amounts. I would say maybe a tablespoon of each one. I didn't really measure. I never really measure. So basically what I'm going to do, one thing, I am going to use the blow dryer. I have a button on my blow dryer that has it spray cold air, because if you put hot air, it's going to dry it really fast. So I want to use cold air. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray this colored water on. And then as it drips down, just kind of move it around with the air. You can also use your fingers to just move it around a little bit. But can you see how it moves the paint down? And it makes it look really natural. So super, super easy. What do you guys think? Oh, you can use, this is my, sorry, I'm gonna turn that off. This is my 5th color on the planter. So if you come back and watch the video in its entirety, you'll see every step. But I'm totally in love with the way spraying the very, very wet. I mean, this stuff's probably like skim milk. It's super thin. It's just the pigment going on. Okay. Nikki is waiting to see my combusting in. I think she means here. Goodwill. There he is. Anyways, I'm going to put a little bit more patina on. And what I'm doing with my fingers is I'm just getting rid of any of those obvious drops.
Original stuff kind of.
And it does, it looks very, very drippy, like it's been having this happen to it for a super long time, and it's awesome. I might have to take this little urn home. I've painted it before, but I'm really digging this. Now, as far as sealing it for outdoor use, you do not need to seal the paint. You can use Annie Sloan's water-based lacquer. It is rated for outdoor use, but this is going to age beautifully outside without any sealer at all, and it's going to look very, very matte and flat like a stone.
Yeah, she does.
So it's pretty easy. Does anybody have any more questions? Dad! Oh my gosh, Dad's here too. Hi, Dad. Just doing a little painting here today, so we'll add a little bit more patina there. Blow dry that down. It's awesome, you guys. There, just like that. So I think that looks pretty stinking good. I'll just go ahead and finish this off here. If you have any questions along the way, just let me know if I can help you with anything else. You can order paint and supplies at www.reclaimstgeorge.com and click on the link to shop. And check out my other Facebook videos for the basics on painting, waxing, and dark wax and other things. And I'll get back to you with another video. And as always, if you have any ideas that you want to see done here on video, just let me know. Mom has an angel that needs multicolor. I guess I need to come out, don't I? I know. I have to go to Austria first. So we're just trying to save up to see if we can't make that happen, hopefully this year. Anyway, you have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you soon.
Take it out, though.